Lovely Jamaican stew peas. A delicious food. Perfect to the taste, and wow, it is just delicious. Red kidney beans with spinners, stirred in coconut milk and with pigtails, and myriads of spices. The smell is to die for, and the taste is just simply to die for. This is the Learning Academy. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. This is the Jamaican Food Show, and I know you love the show. So let's get on with the Jamaican stew peas. Let's delve into the process of making this delicious one-pot Jamaican meal that I know is a favorite among all of us. So here we go. You will need a clean pot. You need some water. You will need some red kidney beans or some gungo peas. You will also need some garlic. You will need some flour to make the spinners. You will need some Irish potatoes. You will need some seasons. You will need a little salt, some coconut milk, some scallion, some thyme, some onion, Scotch bonnet pepper. You will also need some turkey neck or some salted beef or some pig's tail, or you may choose to use some saltfish or chicken, or pork could do, because I've just recently tried it with pork and it was delicious. So I've given you a myriad of meat choices to make your stew peas. You may choose not to use any of those meat. You could just go vegetarian and just do it with the beans alone. Okay, so let's get into the directions for preparing this wonderful meal. So first thing I would do is, if it's pigtail or salted beef, I would boil it or soak it overnight to get off some of the salt out of this meat. You have boiled off the salty taste out of this meat. Some will still be left in there as residue, and this will help to make the dish more delicious. So do not worry about it, right? So we'll proceed to add the red kidney beans with some fresh water, the garlic, the pimento berries, along with the meat of your choice. You can combine even 2 different meat types, right? And then you're going to put in all of the thyme, the scallion. You're going to put in the berries, the garlic. You're going to add your chopped onions. You're not going to put in the pepper at this time. And you're going to cover it up and let it stay in the pressure cooker on the fire for at least 40 to 50 minutes. When you have checked that occasionally to ensure that all of the water has not evaporated, each time, all depends on how tender your meat and your peas are, you will add additional water to complete the process. Do not abandon the pot, because it is a pressure cooker. And remember to ensure that when you're opening the pressure cooker, you throw water on the cover so that it will help the hot steam to escape in a safe manner, because I don't want you to get injured while cooking this delicious meal. Once your meat and your peas have been adequately cooked and you've safely opened your pressure cooker, you are going to add any extra seasons that you have. I always advise that you keep your natural seasons in 2 portions. The second portion is to add to the meal to finalize the taste, to give it a new taste, an enhanced taste. To make your spinners, and you're going to put them inside of the pressure cooker. You're not going to close it back. Then you're going to add all of the Irish potatoes. You're going to add your natural seasons that I told you, right? You're going to add a little, if it's not a salted meat, you can add a little salt, right? You're going to add the coconut milk. You're going to stir it in cold water first, and then you're going to pour it into the pressure cooker pot, or maybe you have chosen to change your pot to another type of pot, right? You're going to add your Scotch bonnet pepper, right? Then stir in everything and basically put it on a low flame and leave it to simmer and to stew, and for the amount of water to reduce to make the appropriate tasting sauce. So while this is in the pot and simmering and the stew is being reduced to the appropriate consistency, right, I wouldn't advise that you add anything else. It will be perfect. I promise you. Just stir it occasionally to ensure that the meat and the peas do not stick to the bottom of the pot. It is very important that you stir it. The spinners have a tendency to stick as well. I don't want that to happen, so I want you to constantly stir it and be careful, because it is hot and it will stick to your skin as well. So I know you know how to do all of this. So you're going to leave it on the fire, let it stew and simmer and reduce to its perfect sauce consistency. Know you're going to want to serve something with this delicious stewed peas, right? Whether it's stewed peas with pork or stewed peas with pigtail, stewed peas with saltfish or chicken or pork, whatever you have placed in it, it's going to be delicious. Turkey neck, whichever, it's going to be delicious. And you're going to want some nice white fluffy rice, white rice with this, or if you choose to want brown rice, it is fine. So you're going to set aside your rice, you're going to wash it, you're going to set your stock as I normally tell you, put in your coconut milk, put in your salt, put in your natural seasons, and let it boil a little. And then you're going to add your rice to that stock, and then you're going to cover your rice and you're going to let it cook slowly on a low fire. And you're gonna, if you want to stir it, you stir it occasionally to get it all evenly cooked. And when the water is fully evaporated and you've checked to see that your rice is tasting at the proper tenderness, that it is appropriate to your liking, whether you like it fluffy or you like it a little softer on the softer side, or you want it to be shelly as they say in Jamaica, let it cook to the